this series could finish is Thursday. Canes are going to have a nice long break. And that's a bad thing. I've never rooted for I don't think I've ever rooted for Philadelphia ever before. That was a weird feeling. Go Philly! It's just totally for different purposes than them actually, performing well. And anyway. How's everybody doing? What's the vibes like? Canadiens in 6? Carolina is such a suffocating team, right? Philadelphia was outclassed. The only thing that they could have done potentially is what's it called in Game of Thrones? Trial by combat. If they would have had the coaches fight each other, that would have been incredible. Tocchet versus Rod the Bod. They didn't try that. They could have tried that. I do feel like the Habs have a great chance at home tomorrow. And if they string together 2 wins in the playoffs, it's the first time they do it this season. Everybody realizes that, right? It's been loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win. No, it's not just about the Canes sweeping. I threw together like a very short agenda here. I just wanted to log on for a couple of minutes to say hi to you guys, see what the sentiment is among the community. Genuinely, I wasn't planning on streaming tonight, but I'm just thinking about hockey so much that I said screw it, let's hang out for a bit. This isn't going to be like a 3-hour stream or anything like that. Just wanted to check in, vibe check with you guys. Where's everybody from? Do we have any du monde de Nouveau-Brunswick ou? The thing that I kept thinking about tonight is the same old song and dance. What's going on with line 1 and what needs to happen to activate them? But I mean, Suzuki, he's hanging in there. Slav gets a pass because he had that hat trick. But they're really being saved by the depth. And somebody had said, Montreal's getting depth scoring right now. The first line's kind of been a sleeping giant. If the first line wakes up and the depth keeps scoring, is Carolina really that much more of a rehearsed team than Tampa Bay? You know what I mean? you could tell that, and we've seen this before with Caulfield. It's he loses confidence in his shot. But I think that when he's not scoring, he gets that, like, I'm cursed. That shot off the crossbar that went down and out, like, can you believe that? Absolutely brutal. I said earlier that Montreal's top line isn't getting shut down. What they're doing is they're absorbing their opponent's shutdown line, and sometimes more than that, the next shift as well, so that the depth can swoop in against their opponent's weaker defensive lines and capitalize. And I think that's not the intention. That's not what's really happening. That's not, the whole story. But I think unintentionally that does happen. BC, wow, okay. Do we have a lot of folks from Montreal right now? I want to kind of get a sense for what it's like in the city. Like, what's it like just walking down by the Bell Center right now? Oh. My camera lost focus. Yeah, I wish I was in the city just to like experience what the feeling is like. Cole is very close. I think the goal he gets will be a greasy one, such as hitting a Sabres player and going in, like Suzuki's. Yeah, I think he just needs to get a goal and then break the ice, and then he'll snowball from there. Riot police there till 3 hours after the game. When I went in January, that was a huge win. It was an incredible game against the Colorado Avalanche, and I wanted to stay down by the Bell Center as late as I could, but people started vacating pretty quickly. I was surprised. The McDonald's across the street was insane. Why do they have a McDonald's there? That's such a bad place for a McDonald's. I bet all sorts of absolute garbage happens at that McDonald's after a game gets out. Thunder Bay, nice. In my hospital, we have a Habs jersey hanging from the ceiling at the nursing station. Oh, wow. That's so cool. Just to like be in an environment where everybody's like on board with the Habs. That McDonald's is notorious. Woodstock. Yes, my man. It's actually good for business at the McDonald's. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I know, it's such a warm environment. Everybody's just like downtown chilling with their Habs jerseys on. You feel like you're part of the community, right? Nunavik, really? Charlottetown? The island? Leamington. I remember St. Catherine Street in 93. Oh my gosh. I remember watching it on TV. Regina. Cheers from Mississippi. Steve, I didn't know you were in Mississippi. Holy smokes. That's cool. Saw a Habs flag on a crane the other day. Another from Woodstock? Oh, Woodstock, Ontario. I'll be in Moncton on the 21st for the Marc-Andre Fleury event at the casino. Yes, the, what's it called? Off the ice? On the ice? I can't remember what it's called. That's cool. Oakville. Thank you, man. The city ironically seems friendlier when the team goes on a run. Yeah, what? That's got to be like something that you can. It's not so. It's not something that you could touch or feel, but you must be able to feel the general sense of like a togetherness when the big team goes on a run, right? Yeah, just bonkers. Yeah, 67's up there. Africa? Ain't no way. You're in Africa? Cheers from Wenzhou, China? China? Yo, what the heck? Okay, now I'm getting a little bit nervous. I should have planned this a little bit better. I do have some stuff to talk about. Like, oh, shoot, what's up with? Oh, there we go. Oh, I haven't updated these. That's okay. Yeah. So let's look at the playoff bracket. Is this happening like you thought it was gonna happen? I think looking at this, Philly, I kind of thought that the Penguins would show some maturity and beat Philly, but I mean, Philly, Porter Martone, dang, Porter Martone. He looks like he might be gonna be. He could be a stud. Carolina beating Ottawa, I had that obviously, and Philadelphia, I didn't think that they stood a chance. Buffalo and Boston, yeah, figured. Montreal and Tampa Bay, I was touch and go there for a while, but yeah, I had my boys beating Tampa Bay. Buffalo, they're not done. I don't think that they're done. But that last game was a statement game. Montreal played them well. There was also some mistakes from Tampa Bay, from Buffalo, that made the Canadiens game look better than it did, or better than it was. But yeah, I think that they're going to be headed back to Montreal with some confidence. Yes, I know. Yeah, the Rocket losing to the Marlies that's rough. That's a big hit for them. The composition of the Rocket it felt weird this season. Yeah, Edmonton, I had them moving ahead. I really feel that Vegas is going to be able to overcome the Ducks. I had Vegas beating Utah. Yeah, Minnesota over Dallas. Dallas is just they're a weird place right now. I'm interested to see what they do in the offseason. Wonder what happens with Robertson. Colorado beating LA, yeah. And now they're steamrolling Minnesota. I didn't expect this. I don't know. Watching the games, I don't know how Minnesota comes back from where they are. Colorado's looking friggin' phenomenal. I really like Colorado. They're kind of one of my insurance teams that I had all throughout my youth growing up. Montreal wasn't making the playoffs. I was watching Colorado with Roy Wawa Patrick Roy and Sakic, and then Bork. That was a good transplant team for a Montreal Canadiens fan. I don't know if anybody can relate to me on that. The Wild versus Habs in the final. The Avs versus Habs. Avs and Habs. It rhymes, so it must be true. Avs and Habs? Does that rhyme? Is that like the cousin of a rhyme? I'm thinking Habs versus Nordiques too. I would love it. That would be incredible. The league would probably ask Colorado front office to bring back the jerseys if that happened. It's supposed to be the team going to the league asking if they can do that, but it would probably be vice versa just for advertisement purposes. It won't be easy if we play the Hurricanes. No, remember last season, needing the points to make it in, and it was coming down. It was Montreal had their own their own fate in their hands, and they had to decide whether or not they were gonna win against Carolina or hope that Columbus didn't win their last game of the season or something like that. And the Canadiens played Carolina the last game of the season, and Carolina called up a bunch of their guys from the farm team and rested a bunch of guys, and Montreal still had a hard time against Carolina. But this season, what's their record against Carolina? I'm curious. They played Carolina on March the 29th, won 3-1. They played Carolina on March the 20th. Oh, yes, I remember this. On the 24th, they won 5-2. Then they played on New Year's Day. They won 7-5. Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh. Wow. They played good against Carolina this season. Dang. That's interesting. What else did I want to talk about? Okay, yeah, this you might enjoy this. This is a narrative that I've written. All right, so they've already played game 1, game 2. Yeah, they're going home with the split. All right, so here's what I think happens. They go home, they win. It's 2-1. the series. They lose game 4. So it's tied at 2. They go back to Buffalo. They win it. The series is 3-2 for the Canadiens. They go back home for game 6, the first Saturday in the playoffs, and Cole Caulfield scores the overtime winner to move on. And I forgot to say, Cole Caulfield continues to not score up until game 6, and then they move on to Carolina in game 6 off the back of Cole Caulfield scoring in overtime. Do you think the scriptwriters would be that cheeky? I like it too. I like that too. Yeah, let's look at the stats here for a second. Captain Rick Suzuki. Man, I haven't looked for a few games now. But what's the goals against? Just a second. Montreal Canadiens goals for and goals against lines. Where do you get this information? I'm interested to see. Here we go. All right, check this out. So looking at some of the most productive lines in this playoffs. Yeah, so the defensive lines are going to be up there, but look at Hall, Stankoven, and Blake. Oh my gosh, Stankoven is just on a rampage. Hall's chipping in, Blake's chipping in. They're having an excellent playoff series. Look at this, Krebs, Thompson, and Tuck. Gooley and Hudson, of course, they're generating. They are the generators. Byram and Power are just below them. Are there a lot of comparisons to draw between Buffalo and the Canadiens? I think that there's there are things. I mean, both young, fast. But Montreal, they're chameleons now. That's really how I feel Martin St. Louis is tailoring the team. Chameleons. Everybody should be able to do everything. And that's why guys like Patrick Laine, Patrick Limeade, that's why he just does not fit the composition of the team. While it's on my mind, I'm probably going to forget about this, but someone asked, now that the Rocket are out, are there going to be any call-ups? Apparently not Reinbacher, because he didn't play. So the cautionary injury that he sustained in was it yesterday's game or the day before? He missed an elimination game. So it must be. Oh, anyway, that's not what I wanted to talk about. Could anybody get called up? I think if anybody could get called up, it would be Blais. And that would be in the event of, I don't know, if they're falling flat or if there's an injury. Several injuries, perhaps. Habs seem to be more relaxed on the road, which is insane because the opposition must be intimidated to step in the ice in the Bell Center. What? Yeah, next time, let's try this. Next time they play at home, everybody just like chill out, you know? They should make smoking allowed. Just for this playoffs. Could they make smoking allowed? That's probably like, you're not allowed. It's Quebec, so maybe they could. Laws are police different. I'm joking. Okay, let's keep going down this list. Oof. And this, so where's any Tampa forward lines? Gonsalves, James, and Bjorkstrand. So you really have to scroll. Look, you're seeing Gouli, Hudson, Matheson, Carrier, Struble, and Xhekaj even, like Slavkovsky, Suzuki, Caulfield. So although they are not performing to expectations, when they're on the ice, goals for it's acceptable. It's the goals against that bugs me a little bit. Okay, so Matheson, Carrier, that's because they play the hard minutes. Gouli, Hudson, that's because they overcommit and they do offensive pushes. They get caught with their pants down a lot. And yeah, there's been some stupid breakdowns. But this, Slavkovsk, Suzuki, Caulfield, goals against 2.6. Don't like that. 35th. Lines in the NHL right now in the playoffs. Can you eliminate teams? You can't eliminate teams that are eliminated, huh? Okay. Hudson and Matheson didn't play much together. Doc, Kapanen, and Bolduc were pretty good defensive. I don't think they played much together. Newhook, Deneau, Gallagher. Yeah, these lines have been. They're not go-to lines. Caulfield, Suzuki, Anderson improves the goals against. Doc Foligno, Bolduc. That's pretty decent. Do we see any patterns here? Struble, Xhekaj continues to be good. Obviously, these are stats that don't tell a lot of the story, but I find goals against and goals for it's interesting stats. But how about Zach Bolduc? How many people wrote Zach Bolduc off a little bit? I did. And what we're seeing from him is just what he's always had is like a strong compete. He doesn't take a shift off. He's always working himself. And the little things that he does out there, you got to respect it. Not just like detail work, but chirping opponents and being a pest, drawing penalties. He's good at drawing penalties. So he didn't get any points the last game. He got one in the first game of the series. His goal was game 4 of the Tampa series. +3 on the night. Yeah, I've just been really liking his game, and he might not do anything super flashy out there, but I just love how hard he works. And I gotta also hand it to Texier. He'll make more mistakes, I find, but I love his ethic, his work ethic. He works hard. Josh Anderson hasn't been the impact player he was in the Tampa series. I'm excited to see if he finds his game in that department again. He's been laying the body. Newhook. Yeah, these guys, Newhook, Doc, Bolduc, just so nice to see what they've done. And everybody, like I said in my video, he's a lightning rod right now, because you can't score 51 goals during the regular season and then just like kind of be quiet during playoffs, right? So it's kind of the pressure you have to deal with. I just am so rooting for him to break through and, you know, get a couple. Just grind and get a couple. I think that everyone on the first line could give a little bit more, but I don't know if that is the best solution. Like, instead of winning one more battle or keeping the puck on your stick for an extra second or two, or taking a hit to make a play, are they that close? I think with Buffalo they might be. So I'm gonna wait. I liked my script of Caulfield scoring in Game 6 to clinch the series, close the series out. But I think I'd just prefer he scores, you know, multiple goals tomorrow night. Please. 2 goals. Power play goal of 5-on-5. And I will sleep like a baby. Thank you, 67. Dude. Much love, Whiskey. Thank you for putting out daily content. The motivation required to do that is next level. You rock. Go Habs go. This is something that I kind of wanted to talk about. I was going to wait until we finished the stream, or we were getting close to the end of the stream, but I'll see comments saying, dude, go to bed. It's too late in New Brunswick to be posting. Like, why are you editing until 3 a.m. and so on and so forth? Or like, isn't it a school night? Don't you have to wake up at 6 o'clock and bring your son to school? Yeah, but I've been doing this now for 15 years, and in so many ways, having a community of almost 25,000 subscribers, this has been my dream. So think about what your dream is, and think about what would happen if it started happening. What kind of effort would you pour into it? I think that I feel guilty sometimes where I'm like, oh gosh, like I'm sick or that was a really bad game and I don't even really want to do a video. Maybe I'll just do a video tomorrow. I hope that, the audience isn't disappointed with that. I feel guilty doing that stuff. So yeah, it's just, I'm living the dream, like they say. It's just so fun too. Like I love being creative. So yeah, I will sacrifice sleeping well and sometimes eating well in order to do this, my favorite hobby. My video game time has suffered greatly. That's not fun anymore. This is way more fun. I get the juice way more out of doing this. Matheson's goal last game was incredible. Carrier too. Danault, it'd be nice to see Danault get a goal, but I mean he's grinding out there. He's just got to do what he's doing. But being +4 on a line and on the penalty kill, and in those tough face-off situations, holy smokes, man. Does that ever speak to the level of game you're bringing? And yeah, he plays like what, 16 minutes a night? Look at the look at the face-off percentage. Evans has a better face-off percentage. 63. Dang, they're killing it. And even Suzuki and Doc. You know what kills me? Oh, Veleno. You know what kills me? When it's a face-off, the face-off in the opponent's zone on the power play, and they lose it. And it happens so often, but more often, what happens is, they can win it or they'll lose it. The puck just immediately leaves the opponent's offensive zone. They can't keep the puck in off of a face-off. I find might be observation bias. Wait, Minnesota's winning 3-0? What? Oh my gosh. These games are insane. I wish I could just throw it on. I wish I could watch it right now. Yeah, the team is very special. Congrats, Whiskey. You keep growing. Hope you can make a living out of this if that is your goal. That would be crazy. Danault has turned back the clock. He's been fantastic all playoffs. Him and Anderson have really been so great. Yeah, they seem to have a chemistry. Minnesota is playing great. Dang, I want to watch now. Hope Colorado makes the finals. Yeah, I would, I'd prefer that Colorado reaches the finals in the West. I am watching the Lakers lose again, which makes me happy. What else did I want to talk about? A boot. Oh, this guy. The Dobinator. Dobinator? Has anybody Yeah. Dovesh, man. Oh my gosh. 2.14. 917. What a great story. And when he loses, it's by like a pubic hair, you know? So just such fun hockey. I've been enjoying it so much. Hope you guys have been really enjoying the hockey too. And not only watching the Canadiens, but geez, there's been so many great series and games. I really, really enjoyed the Anaheim Edmonton series, Dallas and Minnesota, and Philadelphia and Pittsburgh is kind of crazy too. It felt like Pittsburgh was going to make their way back. This was a crazy series to watch. I can't believe how stifled Ottawa got, and just so limp. They looked like completely flaccid at times, but they had injuries too, and yeah, I don't know how they bounce back next year. Could be a tough year for Ottawa. It is. So I think Giroux's contract is expiring. Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to talk about. The free agents. Oh, this is a stupid list. Oh, wingers. Oh, I see. Okay. All right. So Tuck, he'll probably resign in Buffalo. I don't think that it's weird that they're going to probably let it go until last minute, but it's not unprecedented. If I was Yarmo, I'd almost like say run it back. Let's not touch anything. Nobody sneeze or fart or nothing. We're doing this again, and maybe we'll add at the deadline or something like that. If like somebody wants to come on board, or if we find a spot that we know that we're missing, or somebody gets injured or something like that, that's what I would do. I'd run it back. Ovechkin. Yeah, what this is, I mean, he's going to choose what he chooses to do. I think that Washington will sign him for a year if he wants to come back. Although he didn't talk like that with his last communication about it. But Ovechkin also did say he wants to continue playing hockey. And what did he say? I want to continue. I'm hoping this isn't my last year or something like that. And that, yeah, no, that's like basically the quote. I'm hoping this isn't my last year. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Oh my gosh, 4-1, crazy. Mantha. Oof, yeah. Drops off after that for the wingers. What, Armia? I thought he still had a year. He's 33 years old. Yeah. It would be fun to link up with Armia again, maybe like as a deadline acquisition, but I put him really high in terms of what he provided to the team, but I think that now, yeah, they have moved on. Connor Garland, huh? Bertuzzi. Certainly Bertuzzi gets re-signed. And he'll probably strike a deal. Or does Bertuzzi get re-signed? Who knows? Patches and Perry. Do you think Perry gets another year? I think Patches is done. He might as well officially announce his retirement. All right, the centers. Malkin. Oh my gosh. What are they going to do with Malkin? I think it's the same thing as Ovechkin. If he wants to run it back for one more year, re-sign him. Don't insult him, but yeah, it's not going to be the same type of contract. Or could it? I don't know. Salary cap's going way up, and there's not suddenly a bunch more players. Kopitar, he retired. Lindholm. Monahan? No. Donato. How was his year this year? I figure he probably gets re-signed in Chicago as well. Any Chicago fans in the chat? What's your feelings about your team currently? Do you like the direction that they're going? Do you like how they're building? I have some concerns for Chicago. I don't think that they're, Spencer Knight was a really good acquisition for them. I think that they could have drafted better. Levshinov, I don't know if I like his game, but it does take longer for defensemen to really get their wheels in the NHL, especially when you're coming from the KHL, right? No? Artem Levshinov. Oh, dang. No, he was in Michigan. Michigan State University. Gosh. Minus 41 in 68 games. Oops, I should have showed you that. Artem Levshinov stats. Minus 41, minus 54 overall. Even the worst years were not that bad, right? Or am I misremembering? Am I misremembering? Was it that bad? Well, I could just look here. Regular season. Let's go back to 21-22. Yeah, it was not that bad. McNiven. Jordan Harris. I'm looking at this and I'm like, if I could turn back time to the good old days, just like you can't Can't even pretend to fully. But you definitely had guys that you liked, even though you're like, this is just an awful composition. Oh my gosh. And I liked Romanov. I don't think that's controversial, but I did like him. Paling's did have a good playoffs. Anyway, yeah, let's look at this more. Carlson. I wonder if Carlson resigns in Anaheim. Radish. I wonder if they get that to work. That's going to be awkward. Rasmus Anderson. Gosh, it would be great if they lost him. I hate. I shouldn't say hate. Hate's a strong word, but I dislike Vegas quite a bit. I do love that Mitch Marner scored a hat trick last night. That was great for memes. And Chichern, he'll probably resign, right? 4.6, 27 years old. Dang. He's a hard 27. Drysdale. I like Drysdale's game. Montour. I wonder where he goes. Seattle, I really I'm kind of rooting for them. They're the they've got to be the least hated team in the league. Just because they're so irrelevant. That is a team that if they would have lost to the Colorado Avalanche in their first year in the playoffs, everything would have changed. They won, and they're like, oh man, we got something going here. Let's cook with this. We've got everything we need. And they did not have everything they needed. Narrator. I saw a trade proposal. Toronto's first overall pick for Mitch Marner. I was like, oh dang, that's great. I love that. Goalies. Jake Allen. Get him back. I will trade you one Samuel Montembeault for one Jake Allen. Bobrovsky. Oof, 37. Is he cooked? That's the end of an era. Or did they save him the embarrassment of this season? Bobrovsky. Oh, 307, 877. Jeez, he played 52 games. Wasn't he injured and everything? Like I thought they had what's his face play a bunch of games. Ugh, I hate even being just on the Florida Panthers website. Tarasov, yeah, I thought Tarasov played a significant 33 games. It's kind of significant. What about what's his face? Didn't they have other chummy? No? Thinking of the wrong team. Reimer. Forsberg. Lion. Anyway. Fun stuff. Fun stuff to think about. Everybody's trying to uncover the mystery of that Kent Hughes trade that didn't get over the hump at the deadline. Apparently they're trying to do something big. If it was for Matthew Nyes, which a lot of analysts are saying it must have been Matthew Nyes. It must have been. It's gotta be. Why would they, why was his name out there if it wasn't for that? I hesitate to say that that's what it was. I just don't think Montreal and Toronto would be like on the phone and saying, hey, this trade is good for me. This trade is good for you. Hey, welcome to the community. Is it Bowie? You thought it was for Nyes? I mean, it's Occam's razor, right? Like, it seems like that's the easiest answer. But, like, I really don't think division rivals trading an important piece like that, and presumably other important pieces going the other way. I don't buy any of the nice stuff. I just think it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I think that Toronto with Nyes, they wanted to understand what the return could be. And they chose that moment to do it because maybe his trade value would not get any higher over the summer. But I do think that trade values are going to be pretty consistent. With the salary cap going up, teams are going to have more money to spend. And players are going to be acquirable by more teams. So teams that plugged it up, messed it up, Edmonton Oilers, they're going to have an opportunity to say, hey, we've got this dead cap space with Tristan Jarry and, oh man, who else? Who else are they not using that they're paying? And we have dead cap space and players that are performing below expectations. Ishier? Man, that would be... Yeah, that would be blockbuster. That would be great. Yeah, I think that Toronto wanted to create some sort of a package to reset the team, to say, hey, if we're going to keep it going with the old boys, if it's going to be Matthews, Nylander, Tavares, what could we get in terms of potential for Nyes that we can use next year or the year after? And now all that fun stuff is going to be decided by the new guard. And they have a first overall draft pick that they'll be able to implement into the team immediately. So to me, I don't know what Austin Matthews wants to do. And honestly, if I am Toronto management, I don't care what he wants to do. If he wants to leave, fine. If he wants to stay, fine. Just play like you're expected to. And I don't know. I have opinions about Matthews that I think they have a diva problem there in Toronto, and I just don't know. I hate saying that theory because you don't know. You can't be you're not a fly on the wall. But it just seems like the vibes are bad. The vibes are bad. Anyway, that's enough talk about Toronto. Welcome. Bells 8185. Welcome to the community. It is 11:49. What do we have time to do? I'm gonna call it in 10 minutes here. Hit the sack. I'm up early tomorrow to do Mother's Day breakfast. Don't forget, it's Mother's Day tomorrow. Guys, head to bed early. Call your moms. Don't forget to call your moms tomorrow. Yeah. For Toronto, I think that Nylander is the big diva in the locker room. He just kind of reeks of it, and I know he seems like a funny guy and kind of seems like a fun guy, but that documentary, the what's it called, Face Off, from Amazon, his segment left such a sour taste in my mouth. And what seemed to be the highlight of his segment was when he went downtown Toronto and played ice hockey with a bunch of kids, which was a real good moment. But when they showed him missing those games in the playoffs early, and he's like, yeah, I've got a really bad headache. I can't play tonight. It's like a migraine headache. I can't even see straight. The lights make it worse or whatever. Well, he's at home. They're filming him at home and he's watching the game and he's jumping up and down. His friend is over. They're drinking something. Are they drinking alcohol? Like, it just, I don't know. It reeks. I don't think that locker room is good. I think it needs to be broke up, like, significantly. And not just cut off one head, cut off several. Go Habs, go, man. Have a good night, George, excuse me. Theodore is the only goalie who scored with the backhanded shot. Yeah. You think Nylander is the poison in the locker room? He's weird. He weirds me out. Whiskeylung and Habs Digest, best channels on YouTube. I love Habs Digest. Great guy too. I've talked. So it's two guys. What's the name of the younger guy? He's great. I talked to him on online. Yeah, just really excited for tomorrow night's game. Going to, I forgot to mention this. So in the Tampa series, I'm not superstitious, but I guess I like having a routine when I'm watching the game. So I usually eat while I watch the game, and my favorite thing to eat, my favorite food is chicken wings. Not buffalo wings, but chicken wings. And it's just kind of funny that they put the hit on wings for this series. Don't eat buffalo wings. Is it okay to eat just wings? Because that was kind of my win with wings. Does Montreal not have a promotion? If they score 5 goals, you get wings, free wings at wherever it's called. Oh my gosh. A friend of mine that I used to work with says this. Historically, the team that goes to 7 has won nearly every series after... Oh, excuse me. The team that goes to 7 has won nearly every series against a sweeping team. The team that goes to 7 are tired but ready to go. The sweeping team has a lot of rust, 6 days plus of downtime built up. Okay. I don't know how true that is. I'll take that with a grain of salt, but he's not one that usually just throws out stuff like that. That's interesting to think about. So for me, Carolina is an older team. Not they're on the upper end of older teams in the NHL. I think like their average age is like 29 or 30 or something like that. Where Montreal's is like 26. So I think that the extra rest for an older team is more beneficial, say, versus a younger team whose body repairs quicker. But that might be wrong thinking because older teams, you have the muscle mass built up. You need 1 or 2 days for all that. What's it called? I'm not a big fitness guy, but all that lactic acid, is that what it is, to rebuild up and you're good to go. But yeah, I feel like it's probably good for Carolina that they swept Philly, and it's bad news for Montreal or Buffalo, but Montreal's going to win. But the other thing is, yeah, I think that game 1, the next game that Carolina plays, doesn't matter who they're playing, Montreal or Buffalo. I feel like they could be sleeping a little bit. They could be forgetting the tempo of the game that they're supposed to be playing. So I'm very hopeful, very excited. Hope you are too. I'm going to try to continue doing as many videos as I can. So if there is a narrative popping up, if there's a storyline popping up, yeah, I hope to cover it. And as always in the chat or the comments on YouTube, let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what is bugging you. Let me know who you thought is performing well that's not really getting the credit. Gosh, what else do I really like to see? Compliments. I like seeing compliments, especially when you're saying that my bits are funny. I love that. I just like hearing your general thoughts and opinions. If you see like a narrative string in a game and you tell me about it, I often steal those. I borrow those ideas. I'll see like a really good thought, and I'll be like, oh wow, that's a great thought. I'm going to expand on that and make it mine and not credit this person at all. Which is, no, I have credited people in the past. Yeah, heading to bed. So good night, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow. Go Habs, go. Wear your lucky socks, jersey, whatever. Those of you who are in the city, it's just, I want to live vicariously through you. Dude, scream your freaking lungs out. If Caulfield gets a goal, like, shake the stranger next to you, like you're going rabid. And I appreciate you guys so much for allowing me to have this type of community. You are all just so positive, and well, some of you are not so positive, but it's actually super rare, which I still can't believe. Yeah, it's been a lot of positivity in this community and in my life. So yeah, I can't thank you guys enough. And yeah, I'm gonna keep trying my best for y'all, and hopefully I'll be part of your breakfast or late night. We got the breakfast club. We need a name for our late night audience. The Midnight Snackers? I don't know. Anyway, have a good night, everyone. I'll talk to you again soon. Go Habs.